Hello friends, I'm Parvez, and in this video I'm going to introduce top 3 Python GUI frameworks that you want to learn. In this video, in the first I will have some introduction to these GUI frameworks, and also I'm going to show you the video series on these GUI frameworks that you can easily learn. So now let's get started. The first GUI framework that we are going to talk that is PyQt5. Now, PyQt5 is Python bindings for Qt5 C++ application development framework. Qt5 C++, it is a framework that we can use this framework for making graphical user interface applications in C++ language. Now, PyQt5 is the binding of Qt5. Also, PyQt5 is consist of 400 classes and more than 6,000 methods and functions in PyQt5 we have. We can use PyQt with Python 2 and Python 3. For example, for Python 2 we have PyQt4, and for Python 3 we have PyQt5. Also, we can use PyQt5 with different operating systems such as Windows, Mac, and Linux, because it is a cross-platform GUI framework. Also, PyQt5 is dual licensed. What does it mean, dual license? It means that we have a commercial license that is a paid license. We need to pay for that, and also we have LGP license that is free that you can use. Also, PyQt5 is used to write all kinds of GUI applications. Maybe it will be complex, so from accounting applications to data visualization applications that is used by scientists and engineers. Now I'm going to talk about some features of PyQt5 and also advantage and disadvantage. So the first advantage of PyQt5 is that PyQt5 has a good UI builder. It has a good user interface builder that it's called Qt Designer. So you can separate your main design from implementation. You can design your application in Qt Designer, and you can convert that .ui file to a Python file. Also, we can use PyQt5 in many large scale applications. It is different native UI widgets. It means that the widgets are changing according to the desktop environment. So a push button in Mac OS or in Windows is according to desktop environment, and in Linux is according to that Linux desktop environment. Also, PyQt5 is more famous, and there are some disadvantage for PyQt5. So it's not free. I have said that it's a dual license. It has a commercial license. Also, it has a LGPL license. Also, there's no more documentation in PyQt5. We have more documentations in PyQt4, and also in Qt5 C++. There are a lot of documentations, but in PyQt5 it is less documentation. Now don't worry, I'm going to show you that a complete series videos on PyQt5. Also, I will add the link to the video description that you can watch from basic up to advanced topics in PyQt5. So now let me show you. So now this is a complete series that I have in PyQt5. I'm using PyQt5 with Python 3.6. Now there are two playlists in PyQt5. So this is the older playlist. I have around you can see I have around 50 videos in PyQt5 from basics up to advanced topics like graphic view, graphic sense, PyQt5 animations, QML, Qt markup, introduction, how you can use QML in Python language. So I have 50 videos that you can learn from basics up to advanced. I will add the link of this playlist in the video description. Also, I have another series. This is a new series, and you can see that I have updated yesterday. It is a 2019 series, and I have added around right now there is 17 video, but I will add more videos on this playlist. It's the new features of PyQt5, some advanced features, and also I will add this link to the video description that you can simply access, and you can learn complete PyQt5 from basic up to advanced. And now let's I'm going to introduce another GUI framework. So now TKinter is another GUI framework. We have saw PyQt5, and now TKinter is another powerful GUI library for development of applications in Python programming language. TKinter is a built-in library in Python language. It means that you don't need to install Python TKinter, because when you're going to install Python, so TKinter is built-in Python. And also TKinter is the Python interface to TK. It's a GUI toolkit for TCL. Now TCL means tool command language. Now TCL is a popular scripting language in the field of embedded applications, testing, prototyping, and GUI development. Also TK is an open source multi-platform widget toolkit that is used by many different languages to build GUI programs. We can use TKinter for creating different applications from small desktop applications up to scientific modeling and research applications. TKinter is the great library for development of GUI application in Python programming language. Now I'm going to talk about some features of TKinter and also some advantage and disadvantage of TKinter. So TKinter is so simple and it's easy to learn. There's no difficulty in TKinter, in learning TKinter, and it is free for commercial use. In PyQt5 we have said that there are two licenses for this. We had commercial license and also LGBT license, but TKinter is free for commercial use. There is no problem. Also it's easily accessible, no need for installation. Also it's fast. Now there are some disadvantages. For example, in TKinter we don't have advanced widget in TKinter. As we compare this with Qt5 and PyQt5, in PyQt5 we have advanced widgets and advanced features that we can use in our GUI application, but in TKinter it's limited. And also there's no UI builder in TKinter. We don't have any user interface builder that we can design our GUI application. For example, in PyQt5 we have said that we have a Qt designer that we can design our GUI applications. And also in wxPython, that's another GUI framework, we have wxForm builder. Now I'm going to show you the video series that I have for TKinter. Now let me show you, and I will add the link of these video series on the video description. On this video description you can watch them. So guys, this is the Python TKinter GUI application development series. I have around 23 videos, and you can learn from basics up to some advanced topics like embedding matplotlib and TKinter and some more topics. I will add the link to the video description. You can watch the complete video series and you can learn completely TKinter. So now we are going to introduce another Python GUI library. So now wxPython is another GUI framework for Python programming language. Now wxPython is a wrapper around wxWidget. Like Qt5 C++, we have said wxWidget is a GUI framework for creating GUI applications in C++ language. Now wxPython is just a wrapper around wxWidget, and wxPython is a cross-platform GUI library. for creating desktop applications in Python programming language. The author of wxPython is Robin Dan, and there are let me talk about some features and some advantage of wxPython. So wxPython has large library of widget that we can use in our GUI applications. If we compare this with TKinter, so in TKinter it's limited, but in wxPython we have a lot, and we have if we have compared this with PyQt5, the PyQt5 will be as powerful than wxPython. It's also native look and feel like PyQt5. wxPython has good UI builder for designing of our application, like PyQt5. For example, in PyQt5 we said that we have a Qt designer, but in wxPython we have wx designer and also wx form builder. wxPython is very flexible. For disadvantage, we can tell that we need to install wxPython. Also, there is some incompatibility with Python 3. Now let me show you some my video series that I have on wxPython, and I will add the source, the link to the video description. You can watch a complete playlist of wxPython. Okay guys, now this is the wxPython series that I have, and you can see that I have around 23 video on wxPython that you can learn if you want to learn. I will add the link to the video description. Okay, now we're going to conclude this video. So we have saw 3 different Python GUI libraries, GUI development libraries. We have saw wxPython, PyQt5, TKinter, and I have mentioned that I have a lot of videos series on these libraries that you can watch. I have added all of them to the video description. So now you can learn all of them. There is no problem. You can learn wxPython, PyQt5 or TKinter. But in my opinion, and as I have experience on these frameworks, GUI frameworks, PyQt5 is the best. But this does not mean that wxPython is not good or TKinter is not good. Maybe there are some people that they like TKinter or they like wxPython. But as my experience, I like PyQt5. So thank you guys. I will add the link of the series in the video description, and for the further videos, please subscribe to my channel.